Hello, Year 4, and welcome to our second reading and writing lesson. Today, for the writing study, we are going to talk about choice questions. So, what are choice questions? Are questions that offer a choice between two or more things. So, we have a choice between two or more things, and we use the word or in choice questions. And the answers to choice questions are never yes or no. The answers to choice questions will be always one of the choices that have been offered in the question. So let's see now a couple of examples of choice questions. The first one, is Ganymede a planet or a moon? So Ganymede is the subject of our question. So we are going to be asked a question about Ganymede. And in this case, we have two choices. We have the first one, a planet, and the second choice is a moon. And as you can see, we have the word or, which divides the two choices. And then how are we going to answer at this question? We are going to choose one of the two choices that we have been given, a planet or a moon. We know that Ganymede is a moon, so we are going to answer with a short answer. It is a moon, or it's a moon. So do not just answer by saying a moon, but you also have to use a pronoun and also a verb. So it as a pronoun, is as a verb, or if you want to use the contraction, it's a moon. So never just answer a moon. It is better if you use a pronoun and a verb, make it a complete short sentence. Let's see the second example. Is Proxima Centauri bigger or smaller than the Sun? In here, our subject is Proxima Centauri, so we have a question about Proxima Centauri. And again, we have two choices. In this case, we have bigger and we have smaller. So, and then we have the Sun. So we know what is the question asking. So it said bigger or smaller. Then we need more information about bigger or smaller than what? Than the Sun. So we are going to compare Proxima Centauri to the Sun, and we are going to say if it is bigger or smaller. Again, let's circle or, and then we have the answer. Again, a full short sentence. It's smaller. So as you can see, we have one of the two choices that were bigger and smaller put in a short, complete sentence. It is smaller, or it's smaller. Okay, let's now try to complete the exercise together. So we will continue to see a little bit more choice questions. And in this exercise, we have to circle or in each question and underline the choices, then write the answer. So basically what we have just done in the examples before, but the answers were already given. In this case, we are going to write them by ourselves. So the first one is another example already made by the book. So is Mars a moon, a planet, or a star? As you can see in this question, in this choice question, we have more than two choices. So when we have more than two choices, we do not repeat the word or many times. We just use it before the last choice. As you can see, as the book has done, or has been used only before the last choice. Before to separate the other choices, they used a comma here between a moon and a planet, and also another comma before the or. So as I said, we have three choices. We have a moon, then we have a planet, and then we have a star. So we have three choices that we can use in order to answer at this question about Mars. So we know that Mars is a planet, so this is the choice we are going to use for our answer. It's a planet. Again, a complete short sentence. Let's now complete number 2 and 3 together. Number 2, does Earth go around the sun or around the moon? So let's begin by circling the word or. And then we are going to look at how many choices we have. First of all, let's also find our subject. In this case, Earth. Earth will be our subject. The question is asking, does Earth go around the sun or around the moon? So we have around the sun as our first choice and around the moon as our second choice. Now we are going to write the answer by choosing one of these two choices that we have been given. So we have around the sun, around the moon. So the question was, does Earth go around the sun or around the moon? So we're going to use a pronoun, it, which refers to our Earth. Let's make it just a little bit bigger so you can see it better. Okay, so it. So we know that we're talking about the Earth. So it. Then we also have go. It goes. We have to use the third singular person. It goes around. And then we are going to decide, does it go around the sun or around the moon? We all know that the Earth goes around the sun. So we're going to write around the sun. And this will be our answer. It goes around the sun. Again, a short, complete answer. Let's now go to number 3. Is Jupiter bigger or smaller than Earth? Again, let's do the same thing. Let's circle or, first of all. We find our subject. In this case, the question is about Jupiter. And it is asking if it is bigger or smaller than Earth. So we are going to compare Jupiter and Earth and decide if Jupiter is bigger or smaller. As you have studied before with your English teacher, I think you know that Jupiter is the biggest planet in the solar system, and it is surely bigger than Earth then. So let's go to write our answer in here. It, referring to Jupiter, is bigger. Okay, it is bigger isn't enough. We know already that we are comparing Jupiter and Earth. We don't need to repeat again, it is bigger than Earth. It is bigger will be enough. We have used a pronoun, a verb, and then we have used one of the choices given in the question. Okay, let's now move into the workbook. So we are going to do the first two questions, the first two choice questions together, and then you will do the rest on your own. Basically, in here we have the same type of exercise that we have just done in the student book. Again, we have to circle the word or in each sentence, underline the choices, and then answer also the questions. Let's read the first example that the book has already done for us. Number 1, is a galaxy a star or a group of stars? So as you can see, or has been circled. And as you can see, we have two choices, a star and a group of stars. So the question is about a galaxy. They are asking us if it is just a star or a group of stars. And as you can see in the answer, a galaxy is a group of stars. So we have used the second choice that has been given in the question. Let's do number 2 together, then you will complete the other two on your own. Number 2, is Ganymede's orbit around Mars or Jupiter? So our question is about Ganymede. So we are going to first, as we did before, we are going to circle the word or. So we know we separate the choices. And we are going to underline the two choices. So we know the question is about Ganymede's orbit. So we have around Mars, and then we have Jupiter as our second choice. Okay, so now we are going to sorry for the interruption. We're going to answer at our question. So we have two choices, Mars and Jupiter. We're going to answer if the orbit of Ganymede is around Mars or Jupiter. As I think you have studied with your English teacher, you know that Ganymede is one of the moons of Jupiter. So we are going to use Jupiter as our choice. And we are talking about Ganymede's orbit. So again, we use the pronoun it is around Jupiter. So this will be our answer. It is around Jupiter. Okay, so this was the example for your exercise. For your homework, I want you to complete number 3 and number 4. You just have to follow the directions that I've given you in the student book and also here in the workbook. And also, you'll have to write a short paragraph about exploring the universe. So these are the directions. Read, then write a paragraph about exploring the universe. You'll have to use at least one choice question and at least one future real conditional sentence that I'm sure you have studied with your English teacher. So let's read together our short paragraph, the example that you can follow for your own paragraph. Should astronauts explore the solar system, or should space probes explore it? Space probes don't need food or oxygen to give us information about planets. If we have better technology someday, we will send people to other planets. For now, space probes are an easier way to get information. So this is a short paragraph about space probes exploring the universe. So you can write whatever you want about exploring the universe. You can even talk about space probes again, or you can talk about spaceships, you can talk about astronauts, or you can use your imagination and write a short paragraph about exploring the universe. Try to use the vocabulary that you have studied with your English teacher. And as I said before, don't forget to use at least one choice question and one future real conditional sentence. But that's not really important, the future real conditional sentence, as I'm teaching you only writing the writing part. Just if you don't know, if you haven't studied the future real conditional yet, but you have studied, of course, with me, the choice question, just focus on the choice question and don't worry too much about the tense of your sentences. Okay, so this was all for our Unit 2 lesson. I'm going to post the homework for you and also a quick short assessment. See you in the next lesson.